Well, good evening, everyone. Again, after a lovely meal, I just wanted to thank everyone who's prepared this evening. I think it's been really well prepared. I love to have all the stuff on the table about the Northern Saints, most of which come from Lancashire, if you look at it. But there are some from Yorkshire and other parts of the north, of course. And there are many more saints. And what we have today, of course, in the Guild of St. Stephen, the Archconfraternity of St. Stephen, are saints in the making. So if I ask the priests here, were you altar boys before you have to say altar service now, of course, because we have so many girls. Were you altar boys before you thought about being a priest? I think you would all say yes, like me. I'm looking at Father Bibby, he's saying no. Well, there's always one, isn't there? But I think most of us had a desire to serve not God in whatever way we could, and for many of us that meant serving on the altar. I started when I was just short of my 7th birthday. We had to make our first communion first, and then, because we made it early in those days, 7, and I suppose that was the very important thing for me at that time. To get up 2 mornings a week, early in the morning, to serve Mass during the week. Then we had our Sunday duties. We were allocated a Mass to turn up for, and then we also had to serve at least one benediction during the week, because there were benedictions in the guilds on different nights, and then we were all really expected to be there Sunday evening as well, in force to fill up the choir stalls. So we were, it was something really kind of lovely to belong to. We also had some fun. We had like a boys' club on a Friday night with five-a-side football and other games. And then we had outings, trips to the circus and to pantomimes. So it was just a wonderful thing. And what's so heartening for me now, as I come to the end of my time here in Liverpool, I'm over 75, so I'm waiting for the Pope to let me go. So somebody said it would be in October, but it didn't say which year. But I'm very happy here in Liverpool, so it doesn't make a lot of difference to me. But when I think, that's nearly 70 years ago that I started to serve Mass, and you grow in love, really, with the Mass as the years go by. So that's my message, really, to the young servers who are here, and also to the older ones. The Gospel today finished with a lovely phrase, words of Jesus. It was talking about new wine in old skins and all this sorts of stuff. And it finishes with this lovely line, which, and these are the words of Jesus, old is good. So there we are. So any of us here who feel a bit old, we thank God for that. Old is good. So just remember, what's really good this evening, something that struck me very powerfully, is the way in which many of us, not just priests, but others too in this room, belong to more than one Catholic organisation. And essentially all these organisations, like the Guild of St. Stephen, the Archconfraternity, to give it its national name, and I'm whistling here, aren't I? Because I'm near the speakers. Or the Knights of the Holy Sepulchre, who do so much to support the Church in Palestine, Israel, keep small Christian communities alive, providing schools for Muslims, aid and hospitals, special homes and institutions to help those who are disabled or deaf or injured or whatever. All that work, is supported by the Knights of the Holy Sepulchre. That's their main source of money, to be honest, to keep the show on the road. And of course, things are terrible there at present. So it's good to see priests and laymen, women who are members of the Knights of the Holy Sepulchre here this evening. And there's also other organisations such as the Knights of St Columba, chatting to Supreme Knight, Harry Welsh, and his wife Trish. Known them for years because I was their ecclesiastical advisor for a long time. So we're all kind of together in the church. And what's interesting about these organisations is that they're all lay-run. They're all run by people, lay people. They're not run by the hierarchy or bishops or priests, really. I mean, essentially these are lay organisations, and they're the backbone of the church. You can lay on lots more. I mean, some of you, I'm sure, are members of the Society of St Vincent de Paul. Some of you will be, the younger ones might be mini Vinnies in their schools, which is their youth branch. There's just so many different aspects of the church which we celebrate in a special way when we go to Mass on Sunday, of course, because when we go to Mass on Sunday we bring everything together, you know, we bring our lives, and that's good. You know, we offer them to the Lord, and one good way of doing it, so you're not kind of too distracted, you're not like me, when I was an altar boy, looking at the ceiling, trying to count the number of bricks and the number of stone arches and all of those things. You know? Some of the services were terribly long, and of course in the old days I didn't understand the word, it was all in Latin, so we had our ways of coping, but it was trying to not miss the cues when they come, so that you turned up with the incense at the right time. No, it was a very different world. But a lot of that spirit has continued, and that's really what I want to say to you tonight. And to thank you for your continued service. If you serve, you know, if you lead by nowadays, and this is a very, very strong message of Pope Francis, that you lead by service. So if you want to be someone who is a leader in the church, you start by serving. You serve Mass, you serve other people, you serve the poor, you give of yourself and your time. And that's what's so terrific about our evening, this evening. Because we're all ages, there aren't many dinners we have we have people literally all ages, very young, some of us who are getting on a bit now, and that in itself is a witness to the love of God, I think, and also the value of the service which we offer. So basically, I just want to say thank you again, and thank you all very much. Thanks, and also I believe this is the first dinner outside of London, and I'm glad that you've come. People have travelled a long way. See Father Keith from London, and Michael O'Leary, I've known for many years, all the way from London. And you come from London? London and Brighton, somebody said. Is there someone from A&B? No? That's south. You're in the sea, you channel if you go any further south. Maybe that was wishful thinking. But Lancashire, Lancaster Diocese, anyone from Salford Diocese? That's very near. I'll have to tell them off. Not coming there. Plenty of members over there. But it has been a good evening, and it's good, and the dinner has shown really a good representation from the Archdiocese and from other places, other dioceses nearby. So thank you all very much. So the reason I went up with this glass of wine is so that we can offer a toast. I should really later. So somebody was asking, what colour medal do you get after 10 years? Silver. I never got mine. I whinged about it when I was Bishop of Nottingham, and I eventually got one when I was about 55. So I put in some years by then. So let's raise our glasses to the Archconfraternity of St. Stephen. God bless them. Cheers. Guild of St. Stephen.
Thank you very much, Your Grace. And in reply, we have Mr. Paul Briers, who is the Honorary President of the Archconfraternity.
Good evening, everybody. It's good to see you. And on your behalf, I would like to thank Your Grace for your words of encouragement and inspiration to us this evening. Many thoughts we'll be mindful of and reflect on in the coming days and weeks. And I just want to publicly say thank you for your support for the Guild of St. Stephen and the work we do for altar service. It's wonderful to be in this great city of Liverpool. Let's have a cheer. I've been asked to convey the greetings of our Superior General. You may have noticed, the eagle-eyed among you, that there is a little A5 slip within your booklet. And our Superior General is Eminence Cardinal Vincent Nichols, who hails from this great city, and would like to personally congratulate all servers on their witness they give by serving Mass prayerfully and with reverence for the glory and honour of our blessed Lord. And as I say, the letter's in there, so please do keep it safe. There's one for each of you to take away. We're also delighted that our Superior General will be the principal celebrant at this year's National Mass. So this is a date for the diary, folks. The 5th of October at 2:30 p.m, it's a Saturday, at Westminster Cathedral, Cardinal Vincent will celebrate that National Mass for all altar servers, to which you are all very welcome. While I'm on the topic of National Masses, looking ahead to our Jubilee year of 2025, the National Mass is then coming north, and it's going to be hosted by the Diocese of Lancaster in its centenary year. Oh, cheer, come on, let's have a cheer for Lancaster. And that's on the 17th of May 2025. So these dates are all on the back of your booklet, so you don't need to remember them. But please, I do encourage you to come along to these events, because one of the objectives of the Guild is that we come together for mutual support and encouragement and to spur ourselves on. So please do make a note of those dates. I've been asked to also convey best wishes and greetings from our National Director, Father Dennis Tow, who is sorry he can't be with us this evening. He's imminently about to retire from his parish this coming weekend, so he thinks he'll say his last Mass on Sunday and literally have to box up and leave that afternoon, is the exact words he said to me. So he sends his greetings to you and he's sorry he can't be with us. Also, Father Paul Grady, who is the Diocesan Director here for the Archdiocese of Liverpool, he can't be with us this evening because his mum's not well. So please could I ask you to keep Father Paul and his mum in your prayers. For many altar servers, and His Grace has touched on this, serving is not just something they do at the altar. It goes beyond that, and you become part of different organisations, you take on different roles. And to this end, the Guild is trying to work in collaboration with other societies. And this is testament to this evening, and it's great that we can have Mr. Harry Welsh and his wife Trish with us, Supreme Knight of the Knights of St. Columba, and also John Lord, who's the Northern President of the Knights of the Holy Sepulchre. Again, a number of altar servers are involved with these societies, so it's great that they're with us. Now, forgive me if this sounds like a plug, in fact it is. If you want to know more, please venture up to this table, and I'm sure the people that will be able to tell you a bit more about the societies, whatever, if you're interested and want to maybe consider coming along to an event or something, so I'll leave that with you. SimFed, I don't know if you've ever heard of SimFed, I don't know if you knew, but the Guild of St. Stephen is actually a fully paid member of SimFed, the Catholic Youth Ministry Federation of England and Wales, which is endorsed by our Bishops' Conference. So we have the chance to sit with other stakeholders in youth ministry, and this enables us to discern ways of being more missional and vocational in the work that we do to support you. Yes, we have the medal awards, but we are looking at other options and what we can do to support. And we attend Flame. I don't know if you've heard of Flame down in Wembley. Last year we were there, and there was 8,000 young people cheering and waving, singing and praying. It was quite eye-watering at one point to see. But we'll be there again this year, waving the flag for the Guild, so maybe you might hear of people in your parishes who are going. Please encourage them. So here we are. Here we are in Liverpool, a city known for its friendliness and its humour. I must admit, I got out of my car this afternoon, and within 5 minutes I was laughing with the attendant of the car park just here. As he said, just came out with a one-liner, it was absolutely hilarious. But do you know what I said to myself? Look at this weather. Liverpool actually is the hottest place in the UK today. It is possible. Here we are, the sun is shining on us, thank God. But for me, Liverpool holds a very special place. I'm the 4th generation Briers to be born in Liverpool. I'm from Zachley, lived in Kearney, and then went on to Southport, Lytham, St Anne's and up to the Lakes when I got married. And it's great that Liz and my 2 kids are here, Joey and Izzy, both of whom are servers and members of the Guild themselves. It's exceeded our expectations tonight, because at one point there was 12 names on the deck, and we thought there's a week to go to the deadline. I thought, heck. And then we said a prayer, and look what happened. It came on. So the Archbishop's already touched on the different dioceses we've got here. We have Westminster here. We've got Liverpool. Let's have a cheer from the host diocese. Come on, let's hear you. Diocese of Lancaster. Sorry, Scott. Do you want to wait for the Diocese of Clifton? Go for it. I'm sure we had someone from A and B here, Arundel and Brighton. I'm sure we did. No? Yeah? Southwark. Thank you. Wonderful. Look, it's great. It is a national dinner. We've got people that made the effort to come all this distance. It is great. And these events don't just happen, do they? There are many people working behind the scenes tirelessly to put it together. And I want to particularly thank Rose Curry. Come on. Now, Rose is a member of the Liverpool Council of the Guild of St Stephen, chaired by the great Paul Rowan. Thank you. Yes, that's right. She's also an Honorary Council of the Central Council, and I just want to thank her for her energy and enthusiasm with which she embraced the idea when I first put it to her of the national dinner being held in Liverpool, and she never looked back. There's been hundreds of phone calls, hundreds of emails, maybe that's probably an exaggeration, and she even plugs the dinner, yes, here in the Archdiocese, but I hear she was plugging it while in Lourdes. So that might be why the numbers bumped up, Rose. You've done the Archdiocese proud. Well done, Rose. Big round of applause. I'd like to thank Paul Woodhouse, who is the Communications Officer of the Central Council, who put together the slide showcasing the events from across England and Wales, to advertising across our social media. I all hope you're following, those of you who are on Facebook, Instagram and X as it's now known, because we're on there, Guild of St Stephen, make sure you connect. All the advertising, the forms, the booklets, the last minute changes, the reprint and reprint and Paul, thank you so much, well done, pleasure, round of applause. To our MC, Mr. Ian Holland, who's an elected member of the Central Council. He's also the Diocesan Director for the Diocese of Lancaster, a Knight of the Holy Sepulchre, we seem to be on force tonight, who supported the preparations, checking through the tick list to ensure all is on track and nothing overlooked. And thank you for organising the quiz. Ian, thank you. Now we have a gentleman in the room that began altar serving in November 1944 at the parish of St Vincent de Paul in the city centre of Liverpool. Then the family moved in 1947 and continued to serve at Our Lady of Good Help in Wavertree. The family moved again in 1952 and he was a server at St Christopher's Parish in Speke. and in 1973 moved into the parish of St Patrick's, Park Road in Toxteth, and continued to serve in the altar. And in 1979 began to serve at Blessed Sacrament Shrine in Liverpool city centre, and is still serving at St Patrick's on the Blessed Sacrament to this day, meaning he has served without a break since 1944, for 80 years. Mr. Joseph Dean, and I'd like to invite His Grace on behalf of the Guild to present you with the certificate of recognition, Joseph, of 80 years of continuous service at the altar of the Lord. Not one for spoilers, but sometime in the near future, back in your parish, Joseph, there will be the presentation of the Archconfraternity's Gold Medal of Merit. So congratulations. So friends, please take the booklet home with you, and there's no rush to leave, by the way. We have the room for another hour or so feel free to mingle. The dates of the upcoming events I've mentioned. I always plug the AGM, which is on Saturday the 3rd of November in London. We're always open to new people who may wish to come along, explore what it's all about, and may wish to offer themselves to be more involved with the Central Council. And this year we welcome Canon Chris Matthews, who's the Director for Shrewsbury Diocese, who will be our guest speaker on that event. So it remains for me to say thank you to each and every one of you. Be sure to check out our new website, where you can now order Guild goods online and pay for them online. There's been a lot of work in this, folks. Please chill out. There's people in the room that are involved with it. And as I said, be sure to follow the social media platforms, as that's where we're trying to share all that's going on in different Guild branches, both here in the UK, but also our international affiliations, which stretch to Canada, Barbados, Kenya. They're all over the place. So thank you one and all. It's good to see you. Hopefully we'll be able to have a little chat with you all as the evening goes on.